Hi, welcome. Today I want to talk with you about the best dual purpose chickens for backyards and homesteads. If you're pursuing a self sufficient lifestyle, then dual purpose breeds are going to be great for you. They're going to lay a solid foundation for your food supply. They're going to provide meat and eggs. That's what a dual purpose breed is. They do well with meat and they do well with egg production. We're going to talk about our top picks. We've raised all of these breeds in zone 8 and in zone 5. 5A, I think is where we are right now. Um, they've done well. They did better in the south in zone 8. However, um, that's going to be the truth with anything. It's a more temperate zone down there. The biggest thing you have is the hot weather to deal with. So let's get to talking about dual purpose breeds chickens. Uh, if you do not want to raise your chickens for meat, if you're not interested in butchering your chickens for meat, then you're going to want to be focused on egg layers. And we have other articles, and then our book, TFL's Guide to Successful Chicken Keeping. We examine over 28 breeds and we break them down for you as for egg production and what they need. So if you are looking for more information on that, please check out our book. Um, the dual purpose breed, like we've already said, provides meat and eggs. They are hardy heritage breeds. Heritage breeds have healthier and are healthier and have better dispositions than some of the hybrids that are available today. They have longer lifespans. They can usually always be free ranged with little to no commercial feed. The meat to feed ratio and the egg to feed to egg ratio is very economical in these breeds. Dual purpose chickens, if they're a heritage breed, they will get broody and they will hatch out, and they can hatch out twice a year. We actually had a black Australorp hen who, through unusual circumstances, had to take the eggs from another hen's nest and put them with her, and she hatched all 24 eggs. And she raised all 24 chicks, and it was just amazing to watch. So, these heritage breeds are going to be able to do that for you. The ability to reproduce cuts down on your cost as your hens get older or you cull some. It's just if they can reproduce naturally, if they're good brooders, good mothers, then that's a great way to increase your flock without putting a lot of money in it. Also, um, you can use the extra eggs in the meat if you're part of a bartering system, or as things change here in our country, the bartering system is making a comeback in a lot of areas. So that's another way for you to use them. I was given a talk. Oh, it's probably been 15 years ago now, about choosing the right chicken breeds and how to feed them. And the man in the audience said a lady had asked me a question about the relevance of traditional methods, and he stood up and said, "I'm tired of hearing people like you talk about old timers and how they did things. We don't have the same birds and we don't have the same feed, and I'm tired of hearing about it." Well, it really caught me off guard. And so, in my best Southern accent, I said, "Bless your heart." And, depending on which word you add the inflection on or you stress, the bless your heart saying has four different meanings. So he understood my meaning and he did not disturb me anymore. But the truth is, when we raise heritage breed chickens, we are continuing to preserve the breeds that our ancestors had. We can raise them the way they did. I mean, the chickens don't really change with the times, okay? We do, but our chickens don't. I have two breeds that my grandmother had, and I do feed them like she did. We also have a breed that my husband's grandmother had. And the truth is, we choose our pigs, our cows, our chickens. We choose heritage breeds because we want to preserve them. A lot of them, if you check the Livestock Conservancy, and we have some articles on heritage breed animals on our website. We have pigs and chickens. and so you can check those out. But some of them are listed as critical. Some of them are, two of the ones that we are raising are also recovering now because people are putting forth the effort to keep the lines pure and to continue to breed them. You know, our ancestors, he was right. A lot of the breeds have been interbred and focused on, different egg production or just meat production. And our grandparents did not have to worry about GMOs. They didn't have to worry about organic versus non-organic feed. They just didn't have those issues. They free range their chickens. They gave them garden waste, not really waste, but products out of the gardens, kitchen scraps, things like that. And we do that. Ours free range. And then she also gave them a little cracked corn in the morning and a little cracked corn in the evening, and we do that. That's if we don't have our own corn, we do buy organic cracked corn, and I just give them a little bit in the morning. That gives me a chance to see them. They stay used to me, and then I've trained them to the white bucket, and you can read about how to train them to the white bucket in a sister post that I will share in the link below. And when I go out in the evening with that, with that white bucket, they will come running from the woods, from the creek, everywhere, because I shake the white bucket and say, "Come on, girls." And they see that white bucket and here they come. So they know that that is their feed. So, what are our top picks for the best dual purpose chickens? Our first one is the black Australorp. Now, my husband and I have a little disagreement. He thinks the black Australorp is a notch above our second choice, which is my favorite breed. But I give in to him because they consistently lay 360 plus eggs a year. So I give in to him on that. They have beautiful black iridescent feathers. Um, they make a great addition. They're just beautiful to watch out walking all around the farm. They're very friendly. This is one of the breeds that my grandmother had. Um, she had them when she was growing up back in the early 1900s. So they've been around, they've been in our family for a while. Not these chickens, but this breed. They make the best mothers. I mean, really, of the breeds that we've ever had, they are the best mothers. The rooster is very watchful and he's very protective. He can be aggressive, but as you know, breaking an aggressive rooster is quite simple to do. You just have to be consistent. We have an article on that also. Black Australorps are often seen as meat birds because they are large. Um, they're one of the larger dual purpose breeds. They dress out between 5 and 8 pounds, depending on whether it's a cockerel or a hen. They are excellent free rangers. They're good foragers, and they're alert to predators. The roos are very alert to predators. The hens will start laying large brown eggs around 5 months of age, and they are the best winter layers that we have. They don't have many egg abnormalities. I don't think I've had one black Australorp hen that laid shellless eggs, and we culled her, of course, because she wasn't productive. But she that's the only one I can think of that's in my memory. You can read our black Australorp chicken breed article on the Farmer's Land. Number two, Speckled Sussex. Now this is my favorite breed of bird. Alongside the black Australorps, like I said, it's our second favorite. It's my first favorite, his second favorite. They're just beautiful. And every molt that they go through, their feather patterns get more beautiful. Um, they're very friendly. They don't mind you picking them up, um, watching them take their chicks around, in all the different colors. It's just entertaining to me. I just love them. Now, the roosters are not only colorful, but they are heavy. They are exceptionally protective and very vigilant. Now, I don't find them to be uh, any aggressive tendencies like the black Australorp roos can. The hens start laying large, light brown eggs to kind of a beige color about 5 months. They're resilient through the colder months. They don't lay as well through the colder months as the Australorps, but they still lay pretty well. I've never had like with the black Australorp, I've never had an egg-bound Sussex hen. Their health is robust, but we do have some articles. I'm not saying that they can't be, because anything can happen in this world. I've just never experienced it with this breed. But we do have articles about egg abnormalities and egg bound hens on the Farmer's Lamp if you need that. The Sussex are substantial in size. They weigh between 7 and 9 pounds dressed out. So, depending on whether you have a cockerel or a hen, they're very active foragers. They're always on the move. Um, they are actually recovering, as are the Australorps on the ALBC website. So, we also have an article dedicated to the Speckled Sussex on the Farmer's Lamp if you want to read more about them. Our third choice is Rhode Island Reds. Now, they hold a special place in our flock again, because my grandmother and his grandmother had Rhode Island Reds. So they're excellent layers. They're truly outstanding. They start laying a bit earlier, a week or two sooner. Between 4.5 to 5 months is when they start laying. They're very consistent throughout the year. They produce large brown eggs. Uh, they originated in Rhode Island, so it's not as rare as others, but it holds its own. It's not on the LBC list because of its robust nature and adaptability. They've been around in America for a long time. Okay, now we have honorable mentions. The Buff Orpingtons. The Buff Orpingtons are delightfully beautiful. Our granddaughter has them. She's 7, and she loves her Orpington hens, but she has lost a few to predators because of their light color. In our area, they're easily spotted by the eagles and the hawks. They lay around 250 eggs a year. They're decent egg layers. They're heavy birds. They dress out between 8 and 10 pounds. So they lay fewer eggs than the other three, but they dress out a little heavier. The New Hampshire Red. It's different than the Rhode Island Red. The New Hampshire Red grows faster. It stands out because of its ability to produce a lot of meat faster. You can actually harvest these birds at 16 weeks, where with the Australorp and the Sussex and the Rhode Island Reds, we always wait till they're 20 weeks old because they're a little heavier. But these are ready at 16 weeks to be used for meat. They lay approximately 175 eggs a year, so they're on the lower end of egg laying. So if you lean more toward meat production and you're not so concerned about having that many eggs a year, then that'd be a good option for you. The Jersey Giant. Now, this is the largest chicken breed that I know of. And I've done some research when I was writing this article to see if I could find a larger one, and I could not. You see these pictures on the internet, these great big huge birds. Those aren't real birds. They originated in New Jersey in the late 19th century, and they were developed by crossing Asiatic breeds like the Black Java and the Dark Brahma, uh, and Dark Cornish, and the Black Langshan. I think those are the 4 breeds. They're designed to be substantial meat birds. They're slightly larger than the white giants. Despite their size, they do not have an efficient feed to meat ratio compared to the smaller, faster maturing birds like the Cornish cross. Those are just meat birds. So they require more feed and more time to reach maturity, which may not suit your homestead's needs. You with proper management and free ranging and feeding strategies, they're a viable option. They're just so big that they're nice to look at. They lay around 200, as you can imagine, extra large brown eggs a year. So if you're looking for meat and eggs and you want something a little different, they would be a good choice for you. The Barred Plymouth Rock is number 4 in our honorable mentions. Um, some of my earliest memories involve collecting fresh eggs on my grandmother's farm and watching Plymouth Rock chickens dash around the yard. Um, it was just one of those that we loved. It's a result of crossing Dominicas and Black Javas. It adapts into different zones. So they're nearly around the world. It's a staple in many backyards for those reasons. It just adjusts well to wherever it is. Not are they only the best part of the dual. I can't even talk this afternoon. One of the best dual purpose chickens, but they mature at around 20 weeks. They are great foragers and they lay a steady supply of eggs throughout the year. Black stars is our last honorable mention. They're a dynamic crossbreed. They result from a Rhode Island Red and a New Hampshire rooster with a barred rock hen. Um, they share many traits with their cousin, the red star. They are sex-linked chickens, and a sex-linked chicken is one you can look at as soon as they hatch and say, that's a male and that's a female, because they hatch out different colors depending on what they are. They're not only easy to raise, but they boast a very efficient feed to egg ratio. They're economical for backyard people. The hens, particularly prolific, they lay around 22 weeks of age, 250 to 300 eggs per year. Um, the pullets at maturity at around 22 weeks weigh around 6 pounds. So they're a good choice. While I cannot say, get this bird for your homestead, I can't make that decision for you. I can tell you what works for us. And I hope that these options that we've given you help make it easier for you. You can check out our guide to successful chicken keeping. There's links on the Farmer's Lamp in this article, the article for this video. You can go over there. Do you have breeds that you're currently raising that you would keep raising if you could choose again? If so, share with us what they are. Which ones are your favorite? Which breed is your favorite? And share some stories with us behind it. We love hearing from you and learning from you. Until next time, safe and happy journey.